In this video, we're going to show you how to replace a bellows boot on your Volkswagen Passat. This is going to be located behind the front wheels. Let's get started. Using a right angle pick, remove all the plastic caps. Get behind them, pull straight out. Using a 17mm socket, remove the 5 lug studs. When we remove this last lug stud, the wheel's going to want to fall off. Be sure you have a hand on the tire. Remove the wheel. Using a 24mm wrench, we're going to break the jam nut free. Using an 18mm socket, we're going to remove the nut for our outer tie rod. And our stud is spinning with the nut. I'm going to use an 18mm wrench and get over the nut. I'm going to use a 6mm Allen bit, hold the stud, and remove the nut. Remove the nut. Our outer tie rod came out of the knuckle nice and easy. If it doesn't, go ahead and take your hammer and hit right on the side of the knuckle right here until this pops up and out, and then remove the outer tie rod from the knuckle. We're going to remove our outer tie rod from our inner. As we spin this outer tie rod off, we want to count the amount of turns that it comes off. All the way around is 1, 2, 3, 17, 19 turns. Using a 15mm wrench, we're going to hold our inner tie rod still while we use a 24mm wrench and remove our tie rod jam nut. Remove the jam nut from the inner tie rod. Using a pair of pliers, we're going to pinch the clamp for our bellows boot. We're going to pull that clamp off. Using a flat blade screwdriver or anything with a skinny flat blade, we're going to go behind our bellows boot and we're going to open up the clamp. You're going to want to twist on the small section and pry it apart, and then remove the clamp. Grab the bellows boot and pull it off of the inner tie rod. I have a cable tie installed around my bellows boot, ready to go. Now we're going to install our bellows boot. Get it fully installed. Get it installed onto the rack. With our boot fully installed, I'm going to use a pair of pliers to cinch up that cable tie. Pull it onto itself. I'm going to use a pair of cutters and I'm going to cut the tail off of that cable tie. I'm going to install a cable tie around the outside of my boot. Snug it down, get it nice and tight. Cut the tail off with a pair of cutters. I'm going to take a bit of Never Seas and I'm going to put it on my inner tie rod. Install the jam nut. Remove the nut. Install the outer tie rod onto the inner, and this is where we're going to count our turns. 1, 13, 17, 18, 19. We put our outer tie rod on the same number of turns that it came off, so our alignment should be close. Install the inner tie rod to the knuckle and get the nut started. Using a 19mm socket, we're going to snug down the outer tie rod nut. Torque the tie rod end nut to 70 Newton meters. When you're doing this, be sure the stud does not spin. If you can't get a torque wrench on it, do the best you can. Using a 24mm wrench, we're going to snug up our jam nut. Get it nice and tight. Install the wheel. Get a lug stud started. Snug it down to hold the wheel. Get the rest of the lug studs started. Snug them down. Using a 17mm socket, torque the lug studs to 103 foot-pounds in a star pattern. After completing this repair, you will need to bring your car to the local alignment shop for an alignment. Install the plastic caps, and you're good to go.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.